Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Brian Morris here at the Clown World Network Studios. Just wanted to say good evening, and I apologize. I don't know why you guys continue to come back and watch this shit when I can't even get my stupid audio working. I'm just kidding with you because we're putting in a lot of effort here, and I have to thank you that you guys catch me very quickly on the audio. Once we get the studio set up, it won't be a matter of plugging things in and out. Right now, we're kind of I still have to work, so I still have my office that I'm using, and then we're creating the studio. We're just about there, and I promise you it'll be pretty seamless once we get there. So thank you for your continued viewership and your support and your comments. Leading into that, today was a very humbling day for me. I actually got calls from people I haven't really even talked to in a long time, and they were able to give me some great feedback and criticisms and critiques on the show and on the way things are going and how the format's going. A lot of positive energy, and everybody kind of knows we're still only 8 days into this, but the energy is what keeps us going, and it's a lot of hours. You wouldn't believe how many hours go into figuring out where the stories are coming from, what's going to be relevant, what might be good. So we continue to make it better. Your comments, your support, your subscription to our YouTube channel, your likes, your shares, inviting your friends to the show, that's how we're going to grow. In the last 8 days, we've got over 475 likes on Facebook. Our subscriber base, I think, is just about halfway to our 100 goal mark. And I laugh at this point because I know that someday, like the 100 and the 1,000 goal that we have is going to seem like it was just so far away, but it's going to be so far behind us. Again, the 100 allows us to have a custom URL on YouTube, and the 1,000 allows us to go live in the field on our cell phones. So that's why those numbers are important. We're learning a lot about the logistics behind what happens with the streamers on YouTube. And again, my hat goes off to everybody out there that has sat down and tried to bring this to fruition, because I am impressed with the amount of effort that goes into it, even on a small scale, and we're trying to take it to next level scale. So thank you again for your viewership. We hope that you continue to enjoy what we have, and that we bring you good quality content, and that it brings a little humor to your life. So on that note, I'm going to go into the first story of the day. Ready for a day of Trump. And I'm saying Trump Day. That is correct. We have been following this story. A pair of Ohio representatives actually want to make June 14th a day to honor former President Donald Trump. For those of you who don't know, maybe need a little education, June 14th is Adon's birthday. It just happens to coincide with Flag Day. So no matter what happens around the Don, there's going to be some major controversy. Well, this is one more reason that there would be some controversy. However, in Ohio, they do hold a 64-35. I think it's 64%, 35% majority in the House. So the chance of this day actually passing is pretty darn good. And I think it would be cool to celebrate Donald Trump on Flag Day. The guy did a lot for our country. He's done a lot for the people of the country. Did a lot for unifying things around the world. And he didn't get us involved in any wars in 4 years. That's pretty impressive. And what else would be better than having the Don's birthday on Flag Day? Having a good barbecue, beer, babes with guns, and more babes. Let's face it, that's America, right? We love America. We love America. So I think that it's a great idea. I would definitely support it. A lot of people don't seem to understand that Donald Trump is going to forever be part of something that molded America. He pointed out and brought out the fact that we have issues in Washington, D.C. that we're seeing very fully with this new selected president. We see it very fully with what's going on in today's world, and we know that we need to make some changes. So thank you, President Donald Trump. We look forward to celebrating your birthday with Ohio on June 14th, the Flag Day to represent our country and your birthday. Oh, this one's been a fun story. By the order of Biden, you probably have heard about enough of this as you want to hear about, but I really wanted to bring to light that we have a president that has broken a new record. He broke a record in signing 42 executive orders in his first 10 days in office. 42 executive orders. Now, I'm not going to go into all of them because there are so many of them, but they will fundamentally change the country moving forward. I want to take a look at Biden's executive orders. And as we do, I've highlighted a few of the ones that I find very important. A lot of undoing of Trump stuff, kind of the temper tantrum type of executive orders that have basically undone a lot of what Trump did. And so I've highlighted them. Let's just take a look at them. This was January 20th. Rescinding Trump's 1776 commission. I liked this basically because it focused on the America's history and slavery as one of the first executive orders that President Biden decided he needed to get rid of. And it really sucks because we don't teach enough about good patriotic history, nor do we teach enough about how slavery really manufactured this country into what it is today. And you can say all the positives and negatives about everything. The reality is that slavery is a part of our history, and we have to look at how it has molded our country, not how it hindered us. We are looking at things in the wrong light. We are choosing to look at things that divide us instead of things that unite us. And realistically, the history of America is not a history of pure essence and joy and awesomeness. We have some things that we have to address, and we're addressing them. The 1776 Commission was very important. I think it would have been a good thing for our schools, but of course, it just had to be undone because it was Trump's. Executive order getting rid of, I got to go back to that one, sorry. To exclude non-citizens from the census. Why is this important? Because we need to have a census of Americans. If we want to count illegals, that's what non-citizens means, illegals, then that count should be there as well, but it should be as a side from our census. Executive order canceling the permit for the Keystone Pipeline. That one right there has been a big bane of my thoughts over the last week. The big reason why they talk about the environmental impact, but they don't talk about how the oil is still going to get there on ships, on trains, and in trucks. Now, if you don't know, it takes gas and oil to run a truck. It takes gas and oil to run a train. It takes gas and oil to run a boat. And then you're exposing the environment to all the potentials if somebody has an accident or if something leaks or if something spills. So the pipeline, which is historically much, much safer to move this stuff, would have cut the route, created jobs, and would have delivered oil from Canada down to the Gulf of Mexico much quicker, much cleaner, much more effectively. But we don't get to talk about that. We can only talk about what the environmental impacts were. One more thing on the 20th, I really kind of hit on. The proclamation ending construction of Trump's signature wall. For those of you who don't know what that means, it means stop the border wall, and now they're talking about tearing it down. Over and over again, Border Patrol has touted the fact that walls are important. And here's the funny thing. Now the Senate and the House are instituting a bill to build a wall around the Capitol to stop insurgents. Now hold on a second. You're okay building a wall around America's house that we pay for because you're inside. But you're not okay with us building a wall That's why I didn't have audio.